Some things in life happen to us when we least expect them to. Has anything unexpected ever happened to you or someone you know? If so, you might be interested in this book by Knowles, a young adult author. She wrote the book Jumping Off Swings. In this book, after attending a party where the main character, Ellie, has a sexual experience with a guy from school, she discovers she is pregnant. Her best friend Corinne is there for her, as she always is after the guys prior have left her the same way Josh does. Meanwhile, while Ellie is pondering what to do about being pregnant, Corinne and Caleb are going through some pretty emotional issues themselves. Corinne knows Caleb has liked Ellie since they were in first grade, even though Corinne secretly likes Caleb. And I'm going to read an excerpt from chapter 19, titled Ellie. I'm at my locker when I open my backpack, and I see there, on top of my books, a small envelope with my name written in blue capital letters. I turn it over in my hands and quickly look around before tucking it between two books and rushing to my homeroom. At my desk, I gently tear open the envelope slowly. Carefully, I pull out the white folded paper inside. I check to see if anyone's watching. They are all too busy doing their homework, studying last minute and copying each other's homework. Mr. Howard hides behind his newspaper instead of taking attendance. I unfold the paper, excited and almost half afraid. I hold it tight in both hands so it won't shake. I don't recognize the neat handwriting. Dearest Ellie, I think it's time to talk about your situation. Come over tonight for some cinnamon bread and tea. Everything will be all right. You're a special girl. Love, Liz. The blue letters slant neatly to the right, as if they are trying to lean off the page. I forget to cover the paper the way I had planned. I don't move at all. I just stare at the leaning words. Liz knows my secret. Liz, she knows about my situation. Well, after having read this book, I like the setting. The setting takes place in a lot of different places that I could relate to as a teenager. School, city parks, hanging out in parks was one of our big things. And parties, obviously, and another location that takes place in. The theme is obviously teen pregnancy and the choices and the issues that we face as teenagers, having to either abstain from sex or making the decision once you get pregnant what to do with the baby. The author uses different points of view, each character for each different chapter. Every chapter is named after one of the characters, the main characters. There's 4 of them, and at different perspectives in each chapter. So when Caleb speaks, it's from his point of view. When Ellie speaks, it's obviously from Ellie's point of view. The use of flashbacks is used from time to time, and the reader is able to relate with the characters better, because the flashbacks include excerpts from the book which stem back to the characters' younger childhood, actually, not their adolescence, but their younger childhood, and the reader is able to follow along better and understand the character more and get more in depth. The beginning of the book was effective in engaging and keeping my attention as a reader, because the nature of the story, obviously, and the opening lines, they're really, really important. The story is very realistic. The language and the author uses captures the characters wonderfully. Each character is told from the perspective of the story. And if you want to know how the story turns out, you really should pick up a book and from your young adult library and check out Jumping Off Swings by author Knowles.